Good morning, good afternoon, good evening everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us. We are here and it's at midweek again. We are getting set for some European midweek action. We've got the Europa League, we've got the Conference League, we need to turn our camera on, and we've got a bunch of other stuff to get stuck in besides. There it goes, and we're on. Love it, guys. Thanks to everyone joining us live and loud. I must apologise and confess, first of all, really feeling a little good bit under the weather today, so volume and energy has kind of got a bit of a cap on it, as the kids say these days. But yeah, let me know what you're up to coming into this midweek. Have you got any new cards to play? Are you getting involved in the double up promotion? Are you going to be crafting Champions League cards tonight? And yeah, how did the weekend treat you, I suppose? For me, coming out of this, I'll kind of go around the houses a little bit. Fist bump to you all. I see some great comments coming in already from Liam, Sorare Borough, Sean Thorpe, of course, and it's Rickett. Good to see you all. Sean Thorpe can't decide between the European midweeks or just go arena. It's a funny one. It really depends on the card you're playing with, I think, doesn't it? I've got, I'll just kind of cap this quickly for you, but we hit a streak. We'll cover this in Road to Glory, but we got the Premier League boys up and running. Got some nice essence. We won't be able to craft a giveaway card until the Champions League promotion's over, because the Champions League craft is double, so it's 2,000 essence for the pool. But yeah, no surprise that the Team 1 entry that we put in, hit the streak, also gets promoted to Division 1 for the weekend in the Premier League Road to Glory, which is fun. And yeah, we didn't really have much else besides really clap off. Again, NYC winning, but still no SO5 team of any merit being produced from it. And I had such high hopes in Challenger, but it just crashed and burned, sadly. Had I played Maeda into this Team 2, we would have maybe got another, I don't know, like 10 points or something like that before multiplier. It might have made a tiny bit of a difference. Nah, probably not. Just thinking about promotions and stuff, so we've got no D1 entries back in there for next week. And we had some good fun ones in Champ. Yeah, some of the goalkeepers let us down and stuff like that, but we had some good scores going around. The giveaway teams did moderate. You know, we missed the Rafinha DNP because of me on the deadline. We had the Valencia call off. We had the Sociedad boys all go out. Didn't quite work, did it? But guys, the amount of defenders I had: Rafa Marin 83, Ta and Tapsoba, who I was very close to putting together, both smashed 100. Mercedes Jens on a 91. Rom on a 100 as well. I had some great defensive scores. Tati last night, by the way, as well, captain against Genoa. Double decisive 81 was beautiful to see. But we had some great defender picks, and I think some more of them found himself in the All-Star category as well. Yeah, even Gasarowski coming in, but I was thinking more kind of champy guys. Yeah, I guess Urko was maybe in the reckoning of what I was imagining in my head here. A good bunch of essence, not really any promotions or anything, but we're getting a nice little haul. So we will have a giveaway card to do later in the week probably, but not right away. So kind of close, but no cigar. Liam Peverley came 6th. Unlucky, mate. You were flying high as well. I was really hoping that was going to hang high for you, but got 6 teams for the midweek, says it's Rickert. Ended 6th in Eredivisie. Rare, nice. That's good. That's flying high. Top 10. You're picking up a good wad of cash there, aren't you? Now, I've already... this looks different. I don't know if it's been updated on site, just to be a bit clearer on the... Yeah, this is a new kind of tile pattern. It feels like for the Champions League and the Europa League Conference League competition. I already went ahead and did some of my teams already. We'll check on the predicted lineups for everyone in a moment. But these are my classic Champions League teams, essentially. I think I don't really have any major options that are missing out with this that would really make it into the team. I'm quite happy with the defence. Forwards are a bit light. I've only really got a couple that are playing and halfway usable. Midfield's all quite good. I'm happy to go full Dortmund at home to Bilbao. I think get a couple of goals and the scores can fall the right way. That could be a decent team. Larson away to Quarabag and Luis Jr. at home to Juve. Could be good if he plays. There's just a wee bit of jeopardy around him. This team here is team 1, the Rulli team. So I went with Tan, Guardiola in defence, midfield of KDB and Bernie Silva. And then Miguel Gutierrez looks like he's going to be playing for Napoli. He got a great score at the weekend, although I didn't play him. And Doku is on prime form right now, so has to be first choice striker. For Europa League in season, I've got 2 rare teams going out. I don't know what to think about the Hatate thing, okay, because McBride is got Hatate as being out. Because Rodgers did mention in the press conference on Friday, he said the wee hamstring issue wasn't in the match day squad at all at the weekend. I've kind of read that more as it's wrapping Hatate and Cotton Wool for this game. But we're kind of waiting to see where he pops up, because if he doesn't, it'll almost certainly be Engels. But the one thing that stops me with this is, if Rodgers thought this was going to be the dynamic, I would have imagined they would have played them together at some stage in the match at the weekend, but the way it worked out is Engels and De Gren didn't share the pitch. They actually replaced one another in the game, so otherwise I'm quite on board with the rest of this team. I'd probably edge Ralston over Donovan on experience. But yeah, Hatate and Ernie is... Hatate and Arnie, sorry, I beg your pardon, is a bit of a question mark. I've been trying to keep a tab on the Celtic Twitter feed, just to see if there's any training pictures or anything, but they're just promoting all this Larson merch that they've dropped, which, is probably badly timed, but don't we just love the king? So, yeah, I don't know what to do with this second team. Do we play Rio? Do we play Arnie? Let me ask you guys in the chat. You can vote for me. Do I have any other options that are a bit safer? I'm now wondering to myself. Let's see. None that are used down here. Now, I've got the giveaway team still to build. I've built one team. Oh, it looks like Yuki's not going to play. We can just swap him for Bernabe then. But I wanted to do a wee Bad Batch team first of all before we built the giveaway teams. I quite enjoy these ones. And yeah, we've got Bernabe on to play if Yuki Kobayashi isn't. But I find that surprising, because I thought Yuki was one of the better players for that wee team. And finding these Polish lineups and all the rest of it. Yuki Kobayashi, there he is. Yeah, he's not really been playing. Yeah, that's fine. We'll shelf him then. That's fine. We'll put Bernabe in the Bad Batch along with the rest of the motley crew. So we've still got the giveaway teams to build. We'll go through the predicted lineups. Let me put Rio and Arnie in there as a poll. You guys can vote and let me know what you think. And yeah, I've not used any in seasons elsewhere. So who else could we call upon for this midfield in season position? We could use Talisca from the bench. We've got Arnie Engels, who from the start or from the bench is kind of the same proposition anyway, isn't he? He's on sets and stuff, and maybe he is just safer to go for. But we do have Talisca, who scored at the weekend, which is great, but does feel like he's in a midweek weekend rotation. Didn't play at all against Zagreb last midweek, and unlikely to feature against Nice. So Talisca, can he get a goal from the bench? Engels the same, or maybe Engels starts. So maybe I'm kind of painting myself into that one. But what do you think, Hatate or Engels? Don't think any of the other ones. It's really, yeah, maybe I should redo that. Let me end that poll. We'll put Talisca into the reckoning. Start a poll. Rio, Arne, Talisca. Who are you playing in this team? Bearing in mind, Balikwisha is probably going to come off the bench. We could drop Balikwisha for Ralston and go double fullback into this one. I don't know. Something gives me the feeling that Balikwisha might do something. But do I have maybe? Yeah, we do have a rare Mitov. Do I maybe try and? Let's imagine if we went double fullback here, we'd be playing a bomb squad team of Sriracha, Talisca probably, Balikwisha, and then maybe like a Theo. Yeah, we can maybe do a wee bomb squad team if we went double Rouse, if we went double fullback. The reason I went with Balikwisha is I think like if he does go Donovan, the Ralston play is dead in the water. But Balikwisha is going to come off the bench, you know. So I'll maybe ask you to vote on that. See what you think. What would you do there? I'm not sure if I've got any. I don't have any classic Champions League potential. The only classics we'll be building for the giveaways will be All-Star. We've got one already built. If I can have a wee glance at what keeper options we've got, we'll see how many teams we'll be able to get built in total. So we've got another Schmeichel, a Jardim, and a Mitov. Yeah, so we could go to 4 full lineups. It would mean then I couldn't play a bomb squad. So when we get to that last lineup, we'll kind of weigh up and see what it looks like. What is a bomb squad worth playing in this in-season format? It's maybe just to get lucky at the back end of this. It's not really like how many entrants are we expecting. Yeah, I suppose maybe it's worth the punt. Maybe it's worth the punt. Charlie Dunbar, my man, good to see you. Boyson, good to see you. Right, let's click through. Let's have a wee peek what we've got. So let's start with the Champions League. Atletico Madrid, Frankfurt. It's just been updated 2 minutes ago. Atletico Madrid have got a really nice collection, I think, this year. When Baena's fully fit and available, I think it will feel a bit more prolific, but Nico Gonzalez, especially him being I know he's not a great midfielder card, right? But Nico Gonzalez being a midfielder card for someone like Atletico Madrid means you can play him in midfield, Julian Alvarez up front, and you know, you maybe can use Marcus Llorente, and you maybe get, I was going to say double up in defence, but Llorente is a midfielder as well, so it's a kind of weird dynamic actually, isn't it? Frankfurt bringing their best self into this. This will be a really interesting one to watch. The unstoppable force versus the immovable object. Bayern are away to Paphos. This feels like the rinse match of the game week. It looks like Leimer is on to play now. I didn't have him in any projections earlier, so I might have to shift Leimer into a team next to Ta. No ability for Goretzka to start this, it looks like. Sasha Boy on the left. Barca PSG, this will be a big one. The Messi derby is going with Ferran Torres. It's going to be the high intensity attack. They are at home. The defence, I don't know what Ronald Araujo needs to do to get into this team, but he's not getting into it. And wow, look at the PSG team. Kang on to start. The whole front three is decimated, isn't it? Only Barcola is the recognisable superhero from last year. But Meulu, Kang and Lee, big opportunity for them. A lot of heavy lifting for the midfield to be done. And yeah, huge pressure on the defence and the goalkeeper to score well. It could be an SO5 dream matchup for both sides, really. Could be tons of good scores in that game. Chelsea Benfica, the Jose Mourinho derby, kind of. Wow, Reece James in the centre mid could be interesting for them. Nice team. It feels like this team but is a wee bit too Jose Mourinho to be denied. They all need to be good defensively, but that defence is like Jose Mourinho, you know, guys like Pavlidis and Luka Bacchio, Sudakov. I fancy them to get right up for this. Don't think it's an easy win for Chelsea. Chelsea could still win, but I think it'll be a highly contested match. Galatasaray against Liverpool. No Leroy Sané. Osman is in the building. Gundogan is playing. Davison Sanchez, Singo. Nice team. For Liverpool, we've got Ekitike, Soboslai, no Wirtz or Isak is probably the main headlines here. Otherwise, quite full strength. Frimmers and Robbo in the fullback is fun to see. Dortmund Athletic Club. So yeah, this has been a bit of a change. There's no more Gross. It looks like it'll maybe be in the Mecca. So I might need to hedge against that. Leverkusen PSV. Leverkusen team's so unrecognisable these days, isn't it? PSV, Paul Wanner getting a start. There's a bunch of you joining us live and loud, guys. If you're watching us live on your mobile, hit the hype button, hit the like button, support the show as much as you can, and get into the live chat. Let me know any breaking details you're catching, as well as, you know, plan of attack strategies for this midweek. Are you going arena? Are you going after the special midweeks? Are you going all-star? There's a few crossroads to be done here. Arsenal, along with Bayern, are probably up there with the smash potential of the game week. Mikel Merino basically plays up front, doesn't he? In a 4-2-4 in essence, doesn't he? Olympiacos, not to be totally written off. Daniel Podence, former Premier League player, always rises to these occasions. Gelson Martins, I'm a big fan of. He's kind of faded away over the last 5 years, but he's, you know, definitely a decent attacker if he's really on it. Real Madrid away to Almaty. Camavinga, Bellingham and Ceballos to be the midfield three. A back three as well. Interesting take. Xabi Alonso, Gonzalo Garcia coming back in here to play up front against Rodrigo Goes. Highly rotated Real Madrid team. Let's hope they don't get egg on their face for all the stackers out there. Inter Milan take on Slavia Prague. Could be a very, very good game. Not as many Inter Milan cards as the years go by, but there's the team in case you're after it. We then get Villarreal Juve. This is a fun one. This feels like it should be like an old school Champions League quarter-final. Have these two teams ever met before? Do you know? Nicolas Pepe, Mika Tuadze, very formidable front line. Alberto Moliero, Tejan Buchanan, lovely wingers. And the rest of the team's pretty sound and robust. Juve have been doing better under Tudor, but they've not been imperious. They just lost to AC Milan at the weekend. But when you see Openda, David, Francesco Conceição, they should have enough pace and, you know, cutting edge in attack. But Villarreal at home, not to be written off. Very good European pedigree. Marseille home to Ajax. This is a throwback game as well. Pavard, if he's playing right mid, could be wild. Could be wild. O'Reilly and Højbjerg in the engine room is fun to see. Timo Weah, Greenwood, 4 forwards in the lineup here. Very fun team. Very, very fun team. And then Ajax, this looks quite full strength for them as well. Yeah, not really much to say. I suppose it's full strength, isn't it? Ajax. Monaco, Man City. I'm not sure if you can choose. Good question. Not enough essence. Yeah, I think it's like set. If you do it at this time, it's more cost. So I don't think you can change it. Bernie Silva, Doku, Rodri. Really strong City team. Monaco. Really good team. Teze in midfield is weird. Wow. They're doing a full-on Getafe here. A back three, but it's really like a back six. Mamadou Koulibaly, wouldn't be surprised if he's a centre-back to trade. And this is like a back seven. Have they hired Borderlass as their manager from Getafe? That'll be very interesting to see how that develops. Napoli take on Sporting. Miguel Gutierrez is in the building. You'll love to see it. There is some injuries that kind of lean towards him playing anyway. Otherwise, a lot of the usual faces for Napoli. And for Sporting, yeah, I don't recognise the right back, but otherwise a very recognisable team for them. Atalanta Bruges. Atalanta kind of quietly getting on with their job this year. How have they been doing in Serie A? Atalanta with Pioli as manager. Wasn't too sure that was going to work out. 5 games, 2 wins, 3 draws, scored 10, only conceded 4. That's not a bad spot for old Atalanta. And at home to Bruges, this will be a big game. I think, did they play each other last year in the Champions League? Stankovic, yeah, this will be a fiercely contested game. You've got to think. Bodo against Tottenham. Now Tottenham did win at Bodo under Ange last year in the Europa League, so the whole home field advantage Bodo have. You've got to think a lot of the Tottenham squad have kind of climbed that mountain already. So has maybe lost a little bit of that edge that the away fixture normally has, going away to Bodo. Simons on one side, Kudus on the other. Should probably be too good for them. USG Newcastle. I fancy this to be a good one for Newcastle, especially if they're going at it as strong as we see here on screen. USG are cool, they're good and all that, but like they're in the Champions League with Bobby Scoofs, in attacking midfield. I think this is going to be a good game for Newcastle. I've got Guimarães, and I'd have any of these guys in strong teams. I think away from home helps them get some more AA, and I think Newcastle are going to come out with a win. Copenhagen away to Qarabag. We've only got a Copenhagen team here. Jordan Larson is double nailed. Chips, Cheese and Pussy, El Yunusi, Katarski, Moukoko, Tom Delaney. Even a few defenders there. Nice wee Copenhagen stack. Away to Qarabag. Going to Azerbaijan. Very long travel. Dodgy pitch. Hot climate. Not a foregone conclusion. Europa League top fixture. Roma versus Lille. This is borderline Champions League, isn't it? Both teams are on screen. Oh, no Angelino. So I'll need to deal with that somewhere, I think. Celta take on Pau. Celta team looks pretty good. No Starfelt for me, though. Mingueza. Again, the Celta team's very all over the place, isn't it? Pau. Still no Greg Taylor, but they're playing Giacomakis. Ivan Usyk. Didn't realise he went there. Decent little blue cross. Pavlenka, by the way, if you look at his L5, he's been a very good goalkeeper for midweeks, if you're after one. And we've got Leon Salzburg, again, borderline Champions League fixture on paper. But yeah, when you look at the Leon team, it's not really Champions League level. Salzburg, forever the academy team, really, aren't they? Some good guys. Hard one to predict. Let's see how it shakes out. Bologna, Freiburg. This is a proper Europa League tie, I think, isn't it? Those top 7 position Italian and German teams kind of clashing against each other. Grifo, Beste, a lot of the usual guys are here. No real surprises. Skorupski, Lewis Ferguson, Orsolando. Porto take on Red Star. From what I've seen of Red Star, Porto should be too good for them. This should be a really good game for Porto. I've seen some stat. It was in Portuguese. I didn't translate it, but Kiwior and Bednarek, I think, are rinsing it, or they're doing bad. It's one of the two in Portugal. But the Polish pair, Fourhold and Borja Sainz in the mix as well. It's a good stack for Porto this week. Panathinaikos take on Go Ahead Eagles. And Panathinaikos, again, a sneakily good blue cross stack here with Alban Lafont in goals. Ahmed Touba, very good defender card. Even there's a few other ones here that could do alright. Renato Sanchez brought in a 54 in the last match day. Bakasetas in the number 10. Tete, Swiderski, even Zarui. This is a fun little team if you're going to be backing the Blue Xers, getting them on a discount. Go Ahead Eagles. Panathinaikos have got a very good home setting. Don't think this is going to go well for the wee Dutchies, but you never know. Good one to watch in the telly, probably. Sturm Graz, one of the worst teams in the Europa League, I think, on paper, taking on Rangers. And the Rangers team looks like usual, I think, really, doesn't it? Be a good precursor for Celtic fans if you maybe tune into this one to see what we'll be up against. Very predictable team from Sturm Graz, and no idea how Rangers will fare. This is a Celtic team. We've pulled it up a minute ago anyway. The only thing I'm unsure about is Engels and Hatate, and Ralston Donovan, I guess. Everything else is a bit of a foregone conclusion. This looks to be the strongest Braga team on paper. The manager he's been shown the white hankies. The fans want him out. He's really on the ropes. Braga don't travel away well. I'm hoping it's a big one for Celtic. Basel take on Stuttgart. This could be a good one for Basel. Shaqiri Ajeti, they don't have a game at the weekend either. Matinho, Marvin Hitz, again a wee bit of a sneaky stack in here. Stuttgart, but you've got to think guys like Stiller, El Canus, Demirovic, Mittelstadt should have really good games here. Interesting one SO5 wise to see how it shakes. Feyenoord take on Aston Villa, again borderline Champions League. Might have even been a Champions League game last year. I know both were in it. Full strength it looks like from Feyenoord. I fancy Ayase Ueda to score a goal in this one, just with how leaky Aston Villa have been. But with Aston Villa maybe waking up a little bit at the weekend, maybe they could do good here. But no McGinn feels like an L, doesn't it? Maybe they're resting him for the weekend, but there you go. Feyenoord Villa. After that, we've got Utrecht against Brann. Noah Holm in attack for Brann. I won that guy when he was at Rosenborg or something. Utrecht, I've got Big Seb Haller in attack. Zidane Iqbal in midfield. Miguel Rodriguez, their hero last year. Sofiane El Karouni at left back. Barkas, Van der Hoen, Viergever. It's a proper wee stack there. And against Bran, like that's a decent game for Utrecht. Forest take on the Midgets. Ooh, this could be good for the Forest. Now, for the Road to Glory, I did buy an Igor Jesus for 2 reasons. Looks to be that he's hitting the ground running at Forest. And number 2, he does the Kamehameha to celebrate his goals. And I can't get a bit of that action in my life. But yeah, Sangar, no. Douglas Luiz, I think, was maybe a wee bit of a hindrance to them when he came off injured. But Ju and Cho will definitely be up for this one. I think, yeah, I just don't see how Forest don't put like 3 past Midgets. I think it's a good one for Forest, especially at home at the City Ground. We get Zagreb taking on Tel Aviv away, wherever Tel Aviv are based these days. This is the team on screen. Monsef Bakrar putting egg all over my face. 3 decisives in a row for him. One of the cheap budget strikers coming into the game week. Genk O is in his best form since scoring against Rangers. Junior Ito and Stoikers. Karetsas in support. This is a really good Europa League team. They're at home to Ferencvaros. Robbie Keane's Ferencvaros, I want to say. Young boys, this is their team here. If any's are after any of these guys, they are away to Stoya Bucharest. Could be a good one for them. And then we've got Fenerbahce against Nice. Again, it feels quite Europa League, this one. Strong team from Fenerbahce. Of course, I'm a bit biased, but Dorgalez ripped it at the weekend. And the Nice team, I like Cho, I like Diop. Even guys like Sanson and Klaus, they've got some Bard, they've got some real good players here, but I'm kind of hopeful Fenerbahce, the hostile environment, etc., goes in their favour. Betis are away to Ludogorets in Bulgaria, which is a pretty good game for them, I think. Good game for Anthony Lo Celso, I would say. Who knows about the rest of them? Bakambu could be good. And then Malmo Pilsen at the bottom here, we don't have a predicted lineup for. We'll jump into the Conference League, and then we'll build some giveaway lineups. At some point, Dyer was predicted to play in midfield, or was he? Monaco have got no midfielders at the moment. Atalanta is Juric. Oh, Pioli's at Fiorentina. Of course. I don't like Juric. Why did I think it was Pioli that was at Atalanta? It is Fiorentina, isn't it? You're spot on there. I don't like Juric. I don't think he's good. I think he's overrated. Taylor.epl, Aberdeen predictions. I think we'll get there, buddy. Oh, Kucherev, former St Johnson and Hibs player at Bratislava now. That's funny. They take on Strasbourg. Kendry Pies could be ripping here. Barco could be ripping here. Yeah, it could be a good one for them. Athens away to Slovenian team Kelj. Anyone here of note? Razvan Marin. Strakosha. Didn't know he went there. We've got Blue X action. We've got Rakov. They've got 2 cards if you want to play them. Fiorentina take on Sigma of Czech Republic. Wow, heavily rotated team here, isn't there? Not even De Gea. They are really writing either the competition or the fixture off there. Jagonia, yeah, no Kobayashi. Leon Flack in midfield is funny to see. Jagonia, that's interesting. Poznan take on Rapid Vienna. Luis Palma. The other Jaume Moutinho. And no Telio from the start. Romeo Amani, bit of a hero these days. Svetkovic is solid. Heidel back in the building. I'm playing, like Poznan again, I've got a very good home situation. I'm playing Palma in a strong team because he's been on good form for them. And he's been taking set pieces and stuff like he always does. And I know it's a lower level and stuff, but if he's on form and the team are working around him well, Palma is on it. Don't mind a bit of this. And a wee midweek. Nope, not that page, this page. Legia Warsaw, again, another formidable home venue. Not really any cards worth mentioning, but they're taking on Samsunspor. Didn't even know they got into Europe. But then I see Ollie and Cham and Carlo Holsa, and I remember they did have a good year last year. Okan Kokchu in goals. Some funny cards there, that's fun. Mainz go away to Ammonia Nicosia in Cyprus. Yeah, good game for Amiri. Zetner, one or two of these other guys. Paul Nabel probably have a good game also. Aberdeen take on Shakhtar Donetsk. This is a big game for Aberdeen. The manager's really under the cosh. And really looking at the starting lineup here, like Mitov, Bulgarian international, Tobers, Latvian international, Ante Palaversa, Adil Ayoshishe, Jesper Karlsson, Kevin Nisbet. There's like a good pedigree in that spine. Even Jensen's a good player from the Swedish league when they brought him in. But they're taking on a Shakhtar team who, I'm pretty sure they've just signed someone who's doing really, really well, but I don't see him on this page. Maybe it's a difference of name depending on what site you're using. Maybe he's over here somewhere. No, he's not. But maybe I'm just mistaken. Maybe it's this guy, Cow Elias, but he gets called like Billy or something like that on the back of his shirt, as is the Shakhtar way. But yeah, Bodnarenko, Pedrinho, a few of these guys kicking about. Be a tough one for Aberdeen, and could be a famous result. Not a vintage Shakhtar team, even looking at the keeper. Not even a Ukraine international. Midfield is very unrecognisable. Could be a good one for the Dons. Cross my fingers and toes for them. Lausanne Sport, they've got some players, don't they? Yeah, Brandon Soppy is a good wee player in this situation. Theo Bear. And a few other guys, that's fun. For Lausanne Sport at home to Breidablik. They're from Iceland, so that's a good fixture. Rijeka go away to Artash. I don't know where they're from. I'm going to say it's like Macedonia, or I don't think it'd be Azerbaijan. Could be Albania. Something like that. But I don't think it's a mad trip for the Croatians to make. I see Tony Fruk. Don't really know anyone else in this team, to be honest with you, but there you go. There's Rijeka. Larnaca, AZ. Again, Larnaca, I'm sure, are Cyprus. AZ will probably be, yeah, Meerdink, Smit, Jordi Clase, Sven Mignan. They're going to have too much, I think, in this game. Rome, Jadon, Owusu, Oduro in goals. And then we've got, I fancy this one to be a good game. This is a team from Macedonia. And yeah, my boy Sergio Camelo is playing. I think Vallecano should win this game with a clean sheet. I think Vallecano are a really good outfit. I like their manager. I like a lot of their players. Fran Perez in to start. If he is starting, I might need to buy him in that Valencia collection I've got. So that's I think that could be a sneaky good one if you've got any Rio players. Crystal Palace going away to Dinamo Zagreb, which is maybe going to be in Germany or something like that. I don't know where they're playing at the moment. But this looks like a very Europa League friendly squad. Mateta, Sart and Kamada in the trident there. Borna Sosa coming in. Full strength back three. I don't really think you can argue with the rest of the positions here. That's a fun one for Palace. Let's hope they continue their run. And at the bottom we've got some games here there's just no predictions for, which is not really much of a shock, is it? So let's go backwards to go forwards. Who did I have? Let me catch up with the chat, sorry. Have a full rare AZ. Oh, brilliant. Did you see your AZ boys in? I just put them up. We're 57 minutes to the deadline. I don't think... Yeah, I'm only worried now about Gross, I think. I wonder if the German papers will have a Champions League run out for us here. Nah. Do we have Champions League somewhere else, maybe? Yeah, Champions League. Is this the last game they played? This kind of looks like subs and stuff. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so we need to watch out for Gross. I might need to switch that out. Happy with all this. The poll, most of you guys think go with Arnie. So I'm kind of with you there. Let me ask you this, but... There you go, Balaquisha. Definitely going to come off the bench. Or Ralston. Straight. Who knows what's going to happen. So for Gross, I could bring in someone like Caicedo. Mikel Merino. Yeah, probably make a move like that. Caicedo or Merino. Probably Merino because he's going to be up front and stuff, isn't he? And this is like the second team, isn't it? Yeah, I think I would put Merino in here. Merino and Brandt. There we go. Awesome. And where did I take Merino from? Must have been a global team, I guess. Yeah. And this was... Yeah, this is a D3 team. So this is... Yeah, these two teams go ahead. It's on par with this team. I'm not going to take anyone out of that. That's fine. So... Let's put Llorente into midfield again. And we've also got the best extra to go and get. FDJ. Gasarowski. KT, another Santirod. Sudakov. I'm probably going to go FDJ. Or Sol. Nah, oh, Kang. That's some tricky choices there, actually. Oh, Limer. That's who we needed to get back into a team. Limer. I want to try and put him next to Ta. So if we put Limer in here, we're taking Gutierrez out. I would say, yeah. Gutierrez for Limer. There we go. And do we want Gutierrez in defence for any of those guys? No, I don't think we do. This, we could put Gutierrez in here. Do we want to put him? Can maybe put him in here for Tierney just to... No. I really want Tierney and Roberts to play together. I think this will be a good luck charm for this team. But we could put... Yeah, I'll probably just keep Gutierrez for one of the... Oh, Paul Lopez is now down to 40%. I didn't check that. Europa, where is Betis? Oh, yeah. Valley to play the next 2 games. So we've lost a team then with Paul Lopez, or we need to swap him out. For Jardim or Mitov. Jardim away to Palmeiras. Oh, FC Noah, is it? Good to know, man. Good to know. Yeah, so I think we'll put Jardim in here. And yeah, I might just put FDJ in to this spot. Sudakov could be alright. Ferran could be alright. I think FDJ, yeah, just go. This is like AA junkies, and I've got Cameo up front. I'm probably captaining FDJ, to be honest with you. Seeing the workload that they've got. And one thing I've just remembered, by the way, for this potential bomb squad, is that I've got in-season Mitov. So if I did it this way around, I think I'm happy with all that. Most of you guys think go with Ralston. Keep the votes coming. Let me know what you think and feel. Hit the like button if you've not done so already. We've just did all the predicted 11s for the European competitions in the midweek. Do we have any other ones that are of note? A wee bit of J-League. Just put it on screen in case you want it. There it is. Feel free to pause if you need to. And then, yeah. There should be the same teams that were announced for the game. I don't think they should be allowed to change their teams. So yeah, Gaia, Guerra, Duro, all playing from the start. And Almeida just got a new contract in place of Diego Lopez. Maybe they can. Excuse me. If I've got enough essence, Christian, I will, but I don't think we'll quite have enough there, sadly. You guys are saying go double, so we'll have a double striker team, a double fullback team. Right, let's see what. Let's try and build the first giveaway team now. We've not got long to go to the deadline. So we've got 3 D2s and a D3. So what do we have left? We have 1 Schmeichel. Right, so we'll build this team and see how good it is. And if it's tough, do we have really... Yes, we've got Gasarowski. He can be an easy pick. And in defence, Rafa Marin. Again, tough games for both of them, but we're... Oh, Robbo. Frimmers. Oh, we've got some fun choices, by the way. Miguel. Yeah. See, Gasarowski could be good, but away to Leverkusen, I just don't really like PSV for that. So if we have other options, then he's maybe not as auto pick as we might have thought. Rafa Marin should be good in that game, but might not be. I really like the thought of Robbo in Europe, especially in Istanbul. Liverpool have got a wee bit of magic there, don't they? Although not Robbo directly, of course, but I'm pretty sure they've had some good performances. And yeah, do we go Robbo Frimmers? Robbo Gutierrez? Yeah, no Angelino. Yeah, so it's between... Gutierrez is probably going to get a lot of possession, I feel. Yeah, let's go with Gutierrez over Frimpong. In midfield, we've got Sol, we've got Kang, we've got Ferran. We've got the Benfica boys, we've got Santirod. Lots of good options. O'Reilly. Rodrigo Riquelme. Camavinga. I think Camavinga could be wild against Kyra. I think he'll get like 1 million passes in this one. And yeah, look at this game against that. This will be what it's like. Mad possession for Real Madrid, and Camavinga will just be flying all over the shop. I like the thought of Camavinga in the giveaway team. Matinho, Kang, Sol. I think Sol's in a good spot. He's at home to Cruzeiro, but it's first versus second. Yeah, he's maybe not super nailed to do well. Almeida could be on, but because he'll be the set piece guy for Valencia. And when he's been the set piece guy before, yeah, I think we maybe want to put Almeida in here. Set piece taking midfielder at home. Santirod could be the same. 5th versus 6th. He's been kind of in and out the team, but has been mainly in. And pretty effective. We've already used him once. Do we use him twice? We've got Ferran taking on PSG. Kang taking on Barca. O'Reilly. Riquelme. Engels. Yeah, I think I want Camavinga in the team. And then up front, we've got David away to Villarreal. Ueda at home to Villa. We do have Raul Rui Diaz. Who's always an interesting peak. We've got Hugo Duro. I think we actually maybe just pick him out just reliability. A lot of forward options, by the way. Cho in another game could be better. Same with Giacomakis. Yeah, I think Duro is like quietly a goal scorer here. It's quite safe. I really like the thought of Ueda scoring against Aston Villa, but I think Duro's just a bit more reliable. And then the final man, who are we looking at? Who's going to score the best? Who's going to score the most points? Bakwa at home to the midgets. I quite like this team. Multi-club and cap bonus in effect. Who would you captain here? I'm thinking Bakwa, Almeida, or Camavinga. I'm maybe going to go Almeida just on set pieciness. Or do we captain Camavinga just for to be boss? Let's go Almeida. I do have confidence in McGregor, but I think for this team, or one of these teams, we can just kind of keep all the Celtic boys together. I wouldn't put him in any over those guys. I've got the Bad Batch team there. I've got McGregor in teams and stuff, but I've got so many of them. So let's imagine we go double fullback. I don't know if I want to do it, to be honest with you. It just gives me the heebie-jeebies that Donovan's going to play. How long have we got to the deadline? 45 minutes or so. Damn it. Still no cards. So let's look at this Europa League. European League's cash comp. Rare, add team. So if we have in-season meet of... We could play Ralston in this team. Yeah, that's maybe a good way to go. If we play Ralston in this team... Along with who? Yeah, no real guarantees of any of these guys getting off the bench, really, is there? If there's no Hatate, then McKeown is going to get off the bench here, you feel? Does Forrest come off the bench or does Yang come off the bench? Does Quinny feature? We could go classic forward. With just like a Dyson Maeda. And then Talisca. That's an alright wee bomb squad, isn't it? Captain Dyson. Yeah, this feels appropriate. McKeown I'm still a bit funny on. Do we maybe play Hatate rather than McKeown, and then it's like a straight... If Hatate plays... So Bunchy's watching us live and loud, guys. Thanks to everyone tuning in. Hit the like button if you've not done so already. If you're watching on mobile, feel free to hype the stream up as we get set for a massive week of Champions League and Europa League action. Didn't come off the bench against Red Star. See, McKeown just very rarely features in Europe. He's never started in Europe for Celtic. It's always been from the bench. 3 appearances in the Champions League out of 10 games last year off the bench. Oh, sorry, 1 last year. 25-20. Oh, that's qualifier against Kairat last year in the group stage. And yet to appear in the Europa League. So yeah, do we believe Hatate is MIA? Or do we put... Can always buy a couple of limiteds, Quinny, for essence. Yeah. I was tempted. I've been kind of weighing it up, Sean, for because yesterday we did a Eredivisie deep dive, and I kind of had this in the back of my head, like, well, maybe I could do the Road to Glory setup and then kind of have my cake and eat it with some in-season gets. Is there any training pictures? Come on, Selig. Hi Quinny, I currently play Challenger for the Danish leagues and I'm looking at buying into another competition to cover the winter break. Nice, Tom Hall. I did something very similar myself. I ended up getting Fenerbahce cards for that. I would recommend Scotland or Turkey as your your dovetail league that you're going to get. Sarachi, yeah, Sarachi's maybe because we know he's going to come off the bench. Yeah, so we maybe put Sarachi in there and then Talisca. And this be bomb squad. We know Sarachi's going to get like 30 minutes. He could do alright. Yeah, I don't mind that. Like we know he's going to play, don't we? Yeah, I don't mind that. And then we're just staying away from Hatate and McKeown on this one. Yeah, I don't mind that. But that takes away a giveaway team. Potentially. So we've got that listed there. I've also got Hitate's, I think, to just double check in my other Celtic lineups. Yeah, I put Engels into this one. That's the Bad Batch boys. Yeah, so let me look at what one more giveaway team would look like. Maybe we just pick Angus Gunn on the hope that somehow he gets rotated in for this one, although it's just not going to happen. We would have Gasarowski, we've got KT, got Frimpong. So we'd have a good defence, I think, wouldn't we? What would we have in midfield? Benfica boys, Celtic boys. And then up front, yeah, I think there's maybe another decent team here, isn't there? But yeah, I'm with you, Liam. I'm with you. It's just the only guy I've got lying around, that's all. Is that third team worth the slot? Is what I'm thinking. So it's quite the quandary. You're going for a championship team? I think this is the first game week of it, isn't it, for the new one? For October? Yeah, I'm probably not, to be honest. I don't think I've got... Maybe I'll do that instead of... Maybe that's a good idea. Instead of that bomb squad team. What would a championship team look like? Mitov. Maybe just lean into Celtic for it again. I worked well before. Go KT in defence. Anyone else? Yeah, KT. McG. Dyson. And then just a kicker. Have I got another Engels? I think I do. Yeah, there he is. Could maybe just do that. Yeah, you get XP in the champ. You get XP anytime you play them anywhere. Cheeky L15 goalkeeper in the championship this midweek. How many of the Scandinavian leagues have winter breaks? All of them, pal. Yep. Norway, Finland, Sweden, Denmark, Iceland. Deadline extension. Ooh, fun. To when? D1872, I'm quite undecided whether Engels starts or not. I kind of thought Rodgers was saving Hitate at the weekend. I think if he was going to play Engels and Negren midweek, we would have seen that combination on the pitch at some point at the weekend, which we didn't. So I'm quite of the opinion that Hitate push back to Thursday. European League's deadline pushback. Oh, fantastic. European League's deadline extended. Confirmed, yeah? So Europa League won't be till Thursday? Oh, that's phenomenal. Well done, Sorare. We could have told us earlier. Or tell us at all at this point. Nice. Well, we'll have a wee 3 PM Thursday deadline. That'll be good then, so we'll really know. Oh, well, I've heard from Rogers and everything. That's fantastic. Okay, so that maybe... Let's go backwards quickly. Champions League guys, we're all locking in. I'm fine with all them, aren't we? Europa League, we've got no commitment on this, which is lovely. This is All-Star, so these won't all get locked in. Double Vickers and Scales. I've got a Celtic stack here. Got a Shark squad going out, which I'm not going to mess with. There's a Vickers in here. Yeah, I'm happy enough with all this. I don't think I need to hang about and wait or mess around with that too much. These two are going into D1. So yeah, I want set piece takers and stuff. And the Celtic boys in D1. And then 2 teams for reward giveaway. I've put the Discord message in Telegram. Love it, mate. Thanks very much. Let me just see for confirmation. Light Sorare. Hi everyone, European League. Since the first Europa kick-off at 6:45 Thursday. Nice. Yep, everything else keeps today's deadline. So, I think I'm happy with all these things to get locked in the next half an hour. But these guys were happy, yeah, that they don't. So it's just this championship squad. Did I register it? No, I didn't. Do I want to play? No, I think if I'm going to get a late deadline, I think I want to keep the meat of in season handy. European Leagues all seasons. Now, I've not played that. I've played All-Star with... Is there maybe a Euro Classic? I've not played this as a Classic. European Leagues all seasons. Top 200, 1800 entries. And what's All-Star? Yeah, these are D3 cards. So I'm going to keep this tab open. Let's see what a Classic Europa squad looks like. How far before the winter breaks to price it? Mate, honestly, as soon as, like, maybe now. Maybe now. Yeah, I've just not played any classic ones there, Graham, and I'm just thinking, is there maybe a wee angle? Is there maybe a wee angle here I'm missing? So who would we be looking at to come in goals? Barkas, Mitov. Barkas is the... No, we'll keep him for D1 All-Star. So we're looking at Classic Mitov then. So let's imagine we use Classic Mitov. And... we've got KT. Let's hit the filter on used in case we get any wacky ones as well. Just the Celtic boys. Yeah, just the Celtic boys. So let's imagine we put a KT in here. And I've used a lot of Vickers. Yeah, I could take this Vickers, I think, and replace him with like Gasarowski or something quite comfortably. So we can take this Vickers, and then in midfield we've got McGregor's coming out the Huza. We've still got Matinho. We could have an Engels. Again, we'll have a late deadline to this, so yeah, let's go McGregor. Amiri and Shaqiri we've used in good spots. Renato. Would I want Renato in this shape? Where is he? All-Star D3? Yeah, I guess I probably would take Renato into this. Or do I want to leave him where he is? So who would I be playing? I'd be playing a Celtic player instead, like Engels or Rio. Who'd be up front? It's probably going to be Dyson, isn't it? We've used both our Negrens. Probably don't want to use Bakwa, by the way. Palma. Oh, do you know what? See, we put like Palma and Amiri. I've seen Bakrar there as well. I think that's a good game for him. I think that D1 All-Star's too good to break up. I don't want to touch that. Where is Bakwa though? He wasn't as high a rating, was he? No, Bakwa was in one of these teams. So I think I would elevate Bakwa into this situation over Maeda. And who else could we call upon? Got a classic Balikwisha, which I don't think is really... Yeah, we're probably looking at Renato Sanchez as the fifth man here. Oh, or Ayase Ueda. I fancy him to score, but it's not a certainty, is it? Rodrigo Riquelme. Sergio Cameo, what team was he in? Cameo. Yeah, he's in a low ranking team. I would maybe take Cameo into this. Now I'm quite conscious of this multi-club thing. Thinking if we did drop McGregor for somebody, maybe like Rodrigo Riquelme, and then brought in Renato Sanchez, we could really... So let's see, Cameo. Not touch Bakrar. Although I probably want to now. No, I don't. I've got, yeah, 2 at home. That's fine. Is there a defender we could swap? For Tierney, who's not a 90-minute guy? Yeah, nobody that exciting, really. Not as many get paid out. Cards or Essence. Yeah, but I think I might, I know there's not going to be as many people entering it, and there's a less competitive field, so I get that. I do get that. If we can swap McGregor for... Yeah, it'd have to be Rodrigo Riquelme. It doesn't quite get us into the cap. Going from Vickers to Scales would... And if we did that, we could replace this Scales with a Tierney. Oh, no, we couldn't. And what Scales are we thinking about? This one. And we've got a lot of repairing to do. If we submit this team. Or I could just ditch Rory, forget the bonuses, and just take McGregor. McGregor's is pretty good. Just get a wee decisive, which we've not really been getting. Whereas Riquelme, Wait till Ludogorets. He's not gonna. Yeah, I'll just go with McGregor. I think it's probably just safer. Forget all the bonuses and whatever. Let's just play the way it is. Captain Bakwa. Yeah, let's do it. We'll put this team in, and then we need to go damage control. Unaffected. Unaffected. New team. Right. Okay. So this needs a striker. This is D3. This needs half a team. This might be burst as a team. Who do we have in goals? We've still got a Mitov. We're trying to keep him on ice spot, aren't we? So maybe... Right, we delete this team. We make this team complete. What's this missing? A striker? I think Bakrar was our kind of good striker in that wee team we just deleted there. Bakrar. And then let's see. Midfield. Is there anyone better now? Could play Santirod. Ferran. No, I'll probably just keep who we've got here. Javi Guerra. I do like the thought of the Valencia boys kind of knowing the team for them. I'm going to leave this there now quickly, so we need to move while we're doing this. Let's look at the limited teams quickly. Yeah, so this lost a guy, so can we just maybe make this team a bit more formidable, is what I'm thinking now. Okay, I think we should be alright. Let's go backwards to go forwards one last time, I think. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. We'll see how that flies. We've got a D3 to get promoted to D2 with some real strength. 2 D1s flying high. Giveaway team Bad Batch. And then giveaway team here. Let's just clear this, make our life a bit easier to kind of wrap our head around real quickly. And then let's go back to All-Star Limited. Second giveaway team. We have the Schmeichel. Defense. Gaia. Yeah, we'll try and use some of these Valencia lads, I think. Take a wee bit of that certainty. Who's the second defender we want? We could play Gasarowski, that'd be fun. Collection, link-up play for sure. But yeah, I think Gutierrez is a player we want in our team. And then, yeah, like we could go Almeida Guerra. We've got Santirod, Sudakov. Lots of good prospect guys, but I like the sneaky nature of this Valencia team. And if we go Guerra, Almeida, Duro. Yeah, I think they're all really good options in the positions we've got. And then the final man, we could play Santirod, Sudakov maybe for the XP. Kang-In Lee, Sol. Wirtz is now at 70%. When did that happen? Wirtz in? I'm going to put Camavinga in there now as a wee placeholder. Captain the boy Almeida. Because Wirtz. Wirtz could come into the reckoning somewhere. Maybe not. I think we'll just play Wirtz in here. nowhere to really play. I really think Camavinga could do well. Yeah, maybe we just leave Wirtz. I think that's dodgy, isn't it? So, Ueda, Ajeti, O'Reilly's, McKeown's, Engels. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Can you please check the Ajax squad? Yeah, yes. I've already done it, but double check it. Ajax. There you go. Feel free to pause. Yeah, okay, cool. So we've got 2 giveaway teams. The Championship, we're not going to enlist because we're playing European leagues with a wee bit more intensity. Let's imagine we went Mitov, Ralston, placeholder Hatate, and if we know Hatate isn't going to play, we've got an alternate there. Classic Dyson. And I'm probably going to go Talisca just because he's in the squad, isn't he? He's going to come off the bench. You've got to think. He didn't come off the bench against Zagreb. Fine, fair enough. But he did score at the weekend. I think he's maybe going to be looked upon as a good super sub now. Let's just double check the notes and all that. He's experimenting to find the right setup and seems to be gradually finding his preferred 11. I expect Szymanski to return. Jusek, Tedesco does not see Fred as first choice. Alvarez's situation is unclear. Yeah. He has played Talisca up front as well. Yeah, I'm happy enough to play Talisca as the 5th man in this team. Just Captain Dyson. Out of convenience. So yeah, and if we were to jigger this around, we would swap Ralston with Balikwisha. We then get Balikwisha into here, it ditch Hatate probably. And we can bring in like Sarace for his 30-minute cameo in defence. Yeah, okay. I quite like this. And we're fighting for as many of them to fly high and get lucky as we possibly can, I guess, is the plan of attack with this. Yeah, Yeah, I think I want to keep 3 teams open just in case the Celtic stuff goes in my way. If we get Hatate over Engels, then we're swapping them around. We know Engels is going to come off the bench. Yeah, I think that's a good way of going with these Europa League ones, just to leave them chilling. This will be fine to go as well. And we've cleaned this stuff up back here, I think, quite nicely. Yeah. Yeah, if you're not sure who to start, look, Peters, follow your gut, my man, is my advice. If you've got a feeling that, I don't know who you're looking at in the Ajax setup, but if you're looking at it saying, nah, he's not playing, it'll be this guy, there's a good chance you're right if you're an Ajax fan. If you're not an Ajax fan, then you've just been following them this season. Maybe just try and remove yourself from it, look at it from a bird's eye view, or read the notes that are on this. Again, feel free to pause it at any time. There we go. Awesome. Da 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 da. Yeah, I think I'm quite prepared. I feel quite prepared. 2 D1s could smash a Celtic and an All-Star, essentially. We need a D3 promoted back into D2. We've got 2 giveaway teams. A classic Europa, just to see if we can fly high there. Yeah. And then let's see this championship. I'm going to put Pow in there just on the random that he doesn't play, or he does play. There's a lot more game weeks in this tournament, so uh-oh, some bad news in the chat. No, Josh, I've just seen the late deadline. Don't think he seems too happy, but yeah, let's say Robbo, Santirod. I kind of want you Wade in a team. Is this the team we just maybe throw him into? Let's do it. And then last man, he could score nicely. Like the thought of Sudakov getting some XP. Ferran against PSG. So, oh, Wirtz. Yeah, let's put Wirtz into this. This is a fun team. My Captain Santi guy here, I think. Haskell, good to see you. Okay, so we'll throw that in, see how it gets on. Maybe get us some points to get us going. Awesome. I feel quite well prepared. Yeah, I feel quite well prepared. Yeah, so we just need to watch for the Celtic stuff coming out, which will be good. Champions League and All-Star is all hot to trot, ready to go. Love it. Awesome. Now guys, like I mentioned at the tip of this, I'm not feeling too great. I'm a wee bit under the weather today, so I really appreciate everyone that's came out to watch the show live. It really does mean a lot. And if you watch this after we've been live, I love yous as well. Thanks very much for tuning in today. If you've not done so already, please do hit the like button. It goes a long way to making sure we have a good game week. Yeah. The late deadline for the Europa thing is kind of interesting, isn't it? I don't think I want to take away anything from the D1s I've got there, so I think the D1s will still fly high. It's just that D3. I'm looking at Bakrar and the Celtic defence. There's not really anything to improve on the Celtic defence, and Bakrar, yeah, I wouldn't really be putting him in ahead of those guys. So maybe just the Amiri because he's a midfielder, and Palma could be a good upgrade on what that team's got going on. Is that the sort of differential power we need? Is Amiri and Palma? I'll probably just leave it the way it is. I think that's good enough. And the D1 All-Star is the priority, I think, of all those competitions. Olmo at home to PSG is fancy as a go. Paddy Roberts, Trippier, yeah, that's all good to go. Okay, fair enough. You've read the notes. Good to hear. Awesome, guys. Right, well, thanks to everyone that's tuned in. We'll be back today. I don't think so, but we've got tons of stuff planned out for tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday, obviously, as we always do. Just trying to think where to leave these off with. We had a bit of a live stream yesterday. We did a bit of Eredivisie deep dive. So if you missed that, definitely check it out. A lot of good scouting action going into that. I was planning on maybe picking up with that again today, but like I said, I'm a wee bit under the weather, so I'm probably not going to get much more out of myself than what we've got going here today. For now, we've got MFL tomorrow, final game of the season. We did a match watch along last night. If you missed that, you're in the community team. Make sure to not miss it. Check it out. The preview for Celtic versus Braga, go out on Satara here first thing this morning. If you want to go and check that out, and yeah. Otherwise, good luck with your rewards. Good luck with crafting today. Junga Gonzalez, it looks to be Pau Lopez, but I've put him in a team just on the Hail Mary that it will be him. But apparently the coaching staff have said that Valles is going to play the next 2 games. I'll put this back on screen for you. You can feel free to pause it and you can read it yourself. But where did it say? Yeah, up here. To change this update, yeah. According to the local press, coaching staff is looking to increase competition. Valles to play this Thursday and this weekend. So that's the way it sits at the moment. But you never know. You never know. So I've thrown him into a throwaway team. Pure Treks. What does that mean? But anyway, good luck this game week. Good luck with all the crafting. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.